It's an ancient mode of processing. We are returning to the circular mode of processing. I can't say the word circular, but that's the word I'm trying to convey. You may prefer to call it a spherical mode of processing. Welcome to the Buddha of the Basin. Big Herm at the controls. 528 hertz, navigating the distance between your body and your soul. From the pelvic basin, the sacrum bone, up the vagus nerve to get you back home. Oh yeah, the roof of the brain. So it's a mode of processing that is heart-centered. It's not going so much from the left hemisphere, not so much from the right hand. But as I was contemplating, it's not so much going to the left hand either. It's not that either a left hand, right hemispheric mode of consciousness is destined to help us get a grip, so to speak, on reality any more than a left hemispheric, right-handed approach to life is meant to help us get a grip on life. The idea of getting a grip on life, although it might be a useful metaphor, we don't want to have anything over our heads. We want to get it under our feet. We want it to be understood. However, these are just metaphors. In reality, the thing in and of itself will always elude us from its quantum mechanical superposition, just like Sir Roger Penrose is telling us with the light cones, the way the photon goes from having the two tetrahedrons backed into each other, so more like an octahedron, to having to sort of interpenetrating when the photon is sort of trapped, becomes the star tetrahedron, which is the Merkaba vehicle. So that finally clicked for me, and it's nothing really spectacular for people, but the Merkaba is sort of Drunvalo Melchizedek's was the vehicle of all space-time. It's the pyramid, the two pyramids. It's the centrifugal and centripetal forces. It's the vehicle of the spirit. The Kundalini kind of makes sense with the Merkaba. It's a vehicle to get the goods, so to speak, from the body when it's time to transduce and transcend. This is part of the DMT experience at the time of death. The coiled up caduceus serpent finally kind of coils up all that important information the same way the DNA copy. It's that fast coiling action that happens at the gamma ray. And that's really what we're trying to get to is that fast coiling gamma ray where you're in the non-local flow state, the hollow flux. But we spend more time in the beta state competing because both hands are trying to get their hands on it. In reality, I've learned that the answer comes from the feet. It sounds simple enough, getting grounded, but they're different. The left foot is more of the receptive, the yin aspect. The left leg, the left side even of the body. Metaphorically, it's the female receptive, Boaz, that pillar, because for the most part, we think of logic giving us the light and language and our linearity. And all that is Yakim, the right side, the light side. This is the left hemispheric aspect. The logical, it's that language and logic brings us light. Let there be light, upon the darkness and the chaos and the waters. This is the sort of Western narrative we've told ourselves now for 2,000 years, sort of Judeo-Christian narrative. And it's inherently women have been undervalued for 2,000 years, and the left side, right hemispheric mode of processing, the ancient mode of processing, as in we dream together, we remain one, and we have these sacred dreams that connect us all at night. We remain connected day and night through our dreams and through our waking life through the synchronicities. You see, that's what was always has been, and that's what's coming back around again. The telepathy tapes are letting us know about the synchronicities, the connecting principle, the acausal connecting principle, and the panentheism and synchronicity. It all just goes together. It's just one deity holographically fractalized throughout all reality. And then, once that openness is then given a certain polarity, infinity is wherever you want to make it. And that's what Penrose is talking about with his mathematics. And it's the star tetrahedron is the light cone holographically represented. It's also the Merkaba. It's the vehicle that transcends space-time. You have to look at the images. It's the Star of David. It's just two-dimensional. Three-dimensional, it's the Merkaba. So it's hiding right there in plain sight. It's become an abomination because we have lost knowledge. Everything has become a virtual insanity. We're acting as though it's a physical, literal kingdom. It's the kingdom of our interconnectedness. I guess with or without the technological means, we have the technology. That's what the telepathy tapes are showing us. God is the technology. God is this free conscious living energy that's more of a great mother, if you want to characterize it as having a personality. That's the confusion because of Yahweh from the Old Testament, who is not even God or the Father. He was neither of those, but still he becomes equated with both God and the Father. And so neither of these concepts have any satisfactoriness any longer. They just cause more suffering because we disidentify with the Father and disidentify with the Son, or misidentify the Son. We don't see the Son in everyone. So we've lost the hollow flux. We've lost the hollow movement. We've lost the shin, the heart mind. So what's happening is the right hand has to let go. Yeah, we have to surrender, and it's surrendering to, that's the boot of the basin, is the pelvic bowl. It's that same awareness that guides your lower spine and guides you, well, guides your sphincter when you learn how to poo. What can you say? It's your very earliest awareness that helps a baby laugh from its belly. It's your very earliest relationship with the free living energy, which is what God is. Before society puts your attention, tells you just focus on this, because you're trying to connect with this living energy, and that's when you're open. You see your loved ones, and you could see all kind of entities, or you see the energies, and all that's always real. You can have past life memories. You see, it's all about the box that we've been putting ourselves into. And really, we're completely outside the box. There is no box. It's the gateless gate, as the Zen Buddhists say. We put ourselves inside the gateless gates. We want Jesus to come open the door. That's good. A good way to conclude this short episode. It's just the Merkaba is right there within every single cell, within every photon. It's our first 8 cells also form the star tetrahedron shape. It appears to be the cornerstone or foundation of both consciousness itself. It's built upon light, and that light takes the star tetrahedron form when it's confined. Otherwise, it's an octahedron, and that octahedron is there merging or connecting the dodecahedral and icosahedral aspects of the water. You see, the water is where consciousness really comes from. It's in that interaction between dodecahedral and icosahedral symmetries, the 12-sided to the 20-sided, and you have the 8 in between the octave, and that's the infinity of the octave as well. So that's like the whole mystery is right there in water. with the musicality and the biophonics, and how the light ray just separates into the tonalities, and it's just beautiful. And down here we act like we're just separate entities, and meanwhile we're playing with graphene to give it properties of life. We now understand it's in the microtubules from Stuart Hameroff and Sir Roger Penrose, but I think that information may not necessarily immediately be used to serve us, because now that you can truly biohack human consciousness, the decade of the brain taught DARPA how to biohack human consciousness. So why wouldn't you do that? It's like they learned how to control the weather. So you have LBJ talking about, he who controls the weather will control the world. So if you can control the weather and to some degree influence, or at least to a large degree influence the weather. Okay, now imagine you can influence consciousness with the same way you can influence the weather. It's not likely. It's more likely you could harm people than control their consciousness. You could probably just cause them immense pain and suffering rather than be able to truly control them, which is probably what's happening. That's the reality. But people can be motivated by the loss of their currency. And so this digital plan, this false paradigm of interconnectedness is now being sort of, we're offered a choice as humanity in this last hour before the Aquarian age truly takes root. We're being offered the choice, and we will see. We will just see. Om Shanti. Om